Alrighty, welcome everybody to something a little bit different here on the channel. I decided that I don't like my friends, so I am going to force them to do Jeopardy and make them talk about topics that maybe they aren't super knowledgeable about. And I figured where better to start than with the NFL's most illustrious position, the fullback. Now, like I said, we are going to do multiple of these videos. We're going to do a bunch of them. Then the winner of each video will get to go on and participate in like a grand finale to determine who will be the winner of the Summer of Jeopardy is what I'm going to be calling it. But in order to do that, we need to have contestants. So without further ado, I'm going to bring our contestants in one by one, starting out with our youngest participant today, Valente. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. My name is Valente. I'm 18. And I only know two fullbacks, and they both play for the Saints.
Wonderful. Absolutely perfect. Our second contestant is a friend of not only mine, but also of my podcast, the Run the North podcast. If you're not already, you should definitely go and check that out. We're on YouTube, Spotify, all that good stuff. Kaleb, how are we doing today, brother?
What's up? I'm Kaleb. I was told to make my fullback knowledge on a scale of 1 to 10. Versus general public, I'll say a 6. I can name multiple.
He knows more than one.
I think that's more than a lot of people can do.
All right. And of course, our final contestant will be my co-host on the Run the North podcast, the man, the myth, the legend, Geek. How are we doing today, brother?
Doing pretty good. I'm not. You guys went too much like dating show with the intro, and I really thought about it. I was gonna be like, I'm Geek, I'm 24, I enjoy long walks on the beach, that whole but I'm doing good. I don't know. I'm
looking for the kneel to my all stot today.
I tried my
nice. That's a good one.
Nice.
Family Feud audition,
All right, so as I've already said, we're going to be talking fullbacks today. So, of course, we're going to have to take a look at our categories. So we've got 5 categories. The first one, paving the way. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to give you something that has to do with lead blocking, whether or not that's a player who, was blocked for by a specific fullback or something along those lines. And you have to tell me what fullback it was that fits the criteria. Lead blocker monikers, that's the nickname category. We've got 5 fullbacks with fantastic nicknames. Fullback alma maters, we're talking college. You're going to have to tell me what college the fullback named went to. Familiar faces, strange places. This is what I'm pretty proud of. We've got some pretty notable fullbacks, specifically to you guys. I made sure to cater these fullbacks to you two, Kaleb and Geek specifically, and then someone else that was supposed to be on here that isn't, but Valente, it'll still definitely apply to you. When you see him, you'll know why. Basically, you're going to see the picture. You're going to have to tell me who that fullback is. And then MVFB, fullbacks that won MVP, whether that was league MVP or Super Bowl MVP, something in that category or something in that frame of reference. And yes, surprisingly, there have been at least 5 fullbacks to win some sort of MVP in the NFL, which is absolutely beautiful. So without further ado, Valente, the board is yours, brother. What do we want to start off with here?
I'm going to start with paving the way 100. Let's do it.
All right, paving the way for 100. This fullback led the way for all-time leading rusher Emmitt Smith before transitioning to the booth.
I have no idea. Who is just because I don't know, who is Michael Strahan?
That is incorrect. Michael Strahan, no,
I don't know.
End, unfortunately.
I understand that. I just had to throw an answer out there because I don't know any fullback that is a broadcaster right now. So I just had to say something.
Kaleb, something tells me you know this one. So
who
go
is
ahead.
Daryl Johnson?
That is correct. Who is Daryl Moose Johnston, the great Dallas Cowboy? So that is 100 points for Mr. Big K called game down there. Kaleb, the board is now yours. I'm not going to be able to mark these off because this Jeopardy software sucks, but you won't see them when you're watching the videos. So
we will hit a familiar faces, strange places for 1.
Familiar faces, strange places for 100. Kaleb, Who is this
Oh my
fullback?
god, I'm about to choke. I'm pretty sure this is who is Reggie Gilliam.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna choke that.
Geek.
Who is Jerome Felton?
That is correct. Jerome Felton, the man who paved the way for Adrian Peterson's MVP season. So, Geek, I'm glad that ended up going to you because obviously, as a Minnesota Vikings fan, you would know that better than anybody. But Geek, the board is now yours.
You know what? I just want to keep seeing what all these are actually going to be like. So let's go lead blocker monikers for 100.
All right. This former Buccaneer can help you get from point A to point B with ease. Now you need the name.
Answers here.
You need the name, and you need the nickname for this to be correct.
Oh, ew. Oh.
I will give half points if you get one or the other, but I need both if you want full credit.
I don't feel like I know a nickname for either of the two guys in my head right now. That's not good. I'll take my half point though, and just and assume I'm going to get a half point, and just go Mike Allstott and move on.
This is Mike Allstott, but you
what
don't
is his
know
nickname?
his
Can I take the nickname?
Yes, Valente, it would go to you.
Is it A-Train, I think?
That is correct.
Oh.
Who is Mike the A-Train Allstott?
I don't think I've ever heard that before.
That's crazy because that is his nickname.
Definitely never heard that.
Yeah, that's wild. But
All right, one
so
second.
are we both getting a point or half a point?
You both get 50 because it's out of.
Oh yeah,
100.
that makes sense
You know,
actually.
if
Yeah.
we really just think about it, we all don't know fullbacks like that. This is really just a who listens to Miller concept.
Excuse me, I have beaten Miller at fullback trivia before. I don't want to hear it.
Really?
When?
Yeah, do you not remember the one night we were doing a fullback trivia thing and I knew an answer that you didn't? It was pretty funny. I know like 4 more things than Miller.
Okay.
And I listen to Miller, which means I know everything he knows.
Geek, since
Except
this
for that.
was your pick and you technically did get half points, we're going to stick with you. So what are you going to go with here?
Let's go MVFB.
All right. This Hall of Fame fullback was named NFL MVP 3 different times in his career.
I would assume it's who is Jim Brown.
That is correct. Former Cleveland Brown Jim Brown, the late, great Jim Brown, was a fullback for all the naysayers out there
Yes.
that like to disagree. So, Geek, the board is still yours.
All right, I want to finish off that top row. Give me fullback alma maters.
All right. Hunter Lipke led the charge in a multi-fullback offense at this school.
Where is NDSU?
That is correct. What is North Dakota State University?
Oh,
All right, Geek, the board is still
Golly.
yours.
Geek's about a clean board.
I was going to say, doing a clean sweep here.
maybe. Let's go.
So all the 100s are gone, just for reference.
Yep. I feel like we should work in order just because we can't see the board. I feel like
Yeah.
bouncing around
Okay.
too much makes that
I mean,
a little
I'm
hard.
keeping track of it, so if you want to ask me to
if you're
update, yeah.
keeping track,
Yeah,
then
no,
I might
I'm
just
tracking
go.
it. Don't worry.
Let's go lead blocker monikers for 500.
For 500, wow.
I want to go fully at it.
One could call upon this former Atlanta Falcon and current Saskatchewan Rough Rider to save the day.
Oh, current Atlanta Falcon.
Former Atlanta
Oh,
Falcon,
former.
current
I know
Saskatchewan Rough
Oh
Rider.
my god.
I
I
know
don't
it.
think I do.
This Valente was right. This is the who listens to Miller football question right here.
This definitely is.
I've never heard you mention this name. I'm gonna
I get-
guarantee it.
I'll bet you have.
I bet you
You've
have.
known me longer than anyone here, so you definitely have.
Oh, so it's not a like recent, like super recent.
I tweet about
The
it. still.
Falcon. No, I just
recently.
mean like the Falcon from last year, who's not a Falcon anymore.
He was. I mean, he's one of the Falcons from last year that isn't a Falcon anymore. There were 2. He's the other one.
Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh no! Fuck it, Valente. You can have the point. I'm not getting
It's
there.
Clint Rakovich.
Clint
Yes, it is.
Ratkovich is
Oh,
correct.
who is
What-
Clint
Who is Clint
Ratkovich?
Ratkovich?
Who is Clint Ratkovich?
Fuck.
Caleb is absolutely right. He gets 250 for saying who is.
Oh,
Now, what's his nickname?
Can I say this now?
I mean,
I don't even have a guess.
okay, then Valente, sure. What's his nickname?
What is the Rat Man?
That is incorrect. He has 2 nicknames, and that one was actually close. The Rat Dog is his other nickname, but the nickname I was looking for is the Superback, which is what he was called by all of his coaches at Northern Illinois. So Kaleb, since you got Clint Ratkovich,
Wow.
the board is yours.
So we're gonna just play it safe.
That's insane.
Familiar faces, strange places for 200.
For 200. All right. Who is this, Kaleb?
Who is Andy Janovich?
That is correct. That is Andy Manovich, former Denver Bronco.
I had hope if the 100 wasn't catered to me, it was going to be the 2.
All right, Kaleb, the board is still yours.
We'll hit fullback alma maters for 200.
All right. Alec Ingold attended this school, which could very well be considered fullback U.
I'm going to rip the only other fullback college only other college that has had a fullback I can think of come out of it. What is Harvard?
That is incorrect.
Okay. All I'm thinking of are like all of the best fullbacks in the league, and none of them share a school.
Yeah.
I was gonna say no, he just retired. I don't think there's any other current fullback.
So how can it be fullback U if there's one fullback from there?
Long term, like historically.
Long term. Where the did Alec Ingold go?
I think I know.
Well, let me do that better. Where the did Alec Ingold go? I got nothing.
Nothing? You want to pass to Valente?
Sure.
Valente, what you got?
Okay. So I lost it. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, you want to fold?
When you said he's no longer in the league, I lost it because I was originally thinking the school that Hunter Lipke went to.
He's still in the league. He's very much a member of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
And I will point out 100 was NDSU. So 1 and 200 probably wouldn't be the same school.
That's true. I'm assuming you're not going to give me any hint.
No.
Okay.
I said, the other notable fullback that would immediately come to mind that went to this school for you guys just retired recently. So
I'm pissed at myself now.
Just retired. What is the University of Louisville?
That is very incorrect. Fuck Louisville.
Knowing I can't.
Caleb, you seem to know. So no points, but
what is Wisconsin?
That is correct. What is the University of Wisconsin-Madison? Would have given points for Wisconsin, obviously.
That's why I didn't know it. I blocked that whole state out.
So whose pool was that? I believe it was.
It was Caleb.
So it's Geek's turn now.
Geek's turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Geek, if you need a recap of the board, I can give it to you.
I think I'm good right now. Let's go MVFB for 200.
For 200. All right. This former Packers fullback won MVP the year after the halfback he played alongside.
Who is, I hope I get the first name, Jim Taylor?
That is correct. Oh. Jim Taylor, who won it the year after. Why is his name escaping me?
Because nobody remembers running backs. We only remember.
I mean, they were the OG Thunder and Lightning. Paul Hornung. Paul Hornung was his name. I don't know why I forgot Paul Hornung. But Geek,
I should know that.
After that, the board is still yours.
I think we did that one. So let's go lead blocker monikers for 200. I like to miss these.
Lead blocker monikers for 200. This former Chief was known for keeping his opponents awake at night.
Who is the nightmare that is Christian Okoye?
Can I still
get not nightmare?
Name wrong?
Is it really?
You're so close.
Who is the Nigerian nightmare?
Fuck. Yes, it is the Nigerian nightmare.
I'm gonna give
Caleb his half.
I was gonna say 150-50, but if you want to volunteer,
however you want to do that,
I'm gonna say 150-50 because I mean the nightmare is there. It's
Fuck,
just
it is the Nigerian Nightmare though.
It
I
is
just
the
totally
Nigerian
like blocked
Nightmare.
that part out.
I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna say 150-50 here.
Okay. Oh, god damn it.
So Geek,
work,
the board is
Kaleb.
still yours.
I am relying on these cleanups right now.
Paving the way 200.
Paving the way for 200. This fullback was the original 44 in San Francisco and helped Roger Craig surpass 1,000 yards 3 times during the 1980s.
We just talked about him the other night.
Yeah.
I got, what was his name? We talked about him, but I got nothing right now. Who is? I got nothing.
All right, you want
I
to
got
pass?
nothing. I'm gonna pass,
All
and
right,
I'm gonna
Valente.
remember it in 4
Why
seconds.
do you always pass the ones that I have no clue of to me? And it's always the ones that you get that I know. Except for this one, obviously. I don't know.
You got nothing?
That's Caleb.
All right, Caleb. You got anything? Nothing?
He immediately
No.
shook his head.
No,
I'm
gonna be frustrated on
The correct answer is who is Tom Rathman?
Yes, it is.
Ah, that hurts my heart.
I knew
So
that
that
one,
means-
but gross.
Valente, it's up to you, brother.
What
If you
league
need a
block
recap of the board-
monikers
Oh,
do
you
have
want-
left?
Okay, do you want a recap of the board, or where were you going to go with there?
What league block monikers do we have left?
3 and 400.
Give me 3.
300. All right. This former Steeler plowed through defenders with his reinforced cranium.
Who is Franco Harris?
That is incorrect. Caleb. Nothing?
Nothing.
All right, Geek.
I just
Again, if you just know the nickname, you can get half points. Or if you just know the name.
I'm trying to think if I'm thinking of the right person or not. I don't feel like I am.
I will say he also had a brief stint in Chicago.
I know his name is the nickname is Who is Ironhead, but I can't
That is
remember
correct.
his fucking.
The worst part is I almost stripped Ironhead as a nickname.
All right. So
It's I
the
know
answer is who is Craig Ironhead Hayward, the father of Cam and Connor Hayward. current
that part I
Pittsburgh
didn't
Steelers.
know, but I
Yeah.
was gonna say I know his first name is the last name of the Niners running back we just mentioned. It's Craig something, but I got nothing.
All right, yeah. May he rest in peace, by the way. The late, great Craig Ironhead Hayward. Geek, the board is yours. Lead blocker monikers, we have 400. Everything else, it's varied.
Let's
If
just
you want
finish
to know,
the lead blocker monikers. 'cause
Okay.
none of us seem to be doing too great here.
This is a fun one.
Okay.
This Super Bowl winning fullback of Polish descent would fit right in at the zoo.
What?
What?
One of the greatest nicknames in NFL history, period. Regardless of position.
I don't know if it is.
I think I know. I have a grip at the nickname, and that's it.
I don't. Unless, I feel like I know who this is.
This is someone that played during all of our lifetimes, by the way. This isn't some fossil.
This is somebody
This
that's
is-
still playing, isn't it?
No, he is
Oh.
retired.
Interesting.
He was with, I believe it was the first Giants over Patriots Super Bowl team.
Oh, I've got nothing. I'm so out.
May have been the second. Let me fact check myself on that one real quick. The second one. I apologize. He was with the Giants from 2011 to 2014.
Ooh, does that change anything for me? Hold on.
The other guy that I was thinking of, the one that played with the first team, was Madison Hedgecock, the legend that is.
Yeah, I got nothing though.
All right, you want to pass to Valente?
Yeah, Valente, you got this.
Come on. What you know about your polls, big fella?
My polls?
Hey, yo.
I know Ryan polls.
That's true. That's a good poll.
That's a good poll.
He was an offensive lineman, though. not a fullback.
I don't know anybody from Poland that's
He's not
in the
from
UFC.
Poland. He's of
Polish
descent.
descent.
Oh, well, I don't know anyone of
Basically,
Polish
what I'm
descent.
trying to get at with that, you know, how like almost every Polish last name ends in 3 letters, the same sound. I was hoping that would help a little bit, but
Nope.
nothing.
That's Kaleb.
Kaleb,
I'm just gonna rip a nickname. Is it the Rhino?
that okay. So that plays into the bonus part of this question.
Oh, I
So
think I
I'm
know
going to
who
give
it
you
is.
100 points. The correct answer is Henry the Rhinoceros Hynoski. Bonus
I
points if you
knew
name
that
any of his
after
other
he
4
said the
nicknames.
Rhino.
The Rhino is one of the other 4.
Yeah.
So Kaleb, you do get 100 bonus points here.
This is the only fullback we've seen so far that I've never heard of.
You've never heard of Henry Hynoski?
Nope.
Ah,
I've heard of him, and I remember this name.
mhm.
After Kaleb said the Rhino, that's when it hit me.
I've never heard that nickname, never heard that
So
name.
the only reason I ripped
None of
Rhino is it sounds like a fullback nickname that would be an
Yeah.
animal. That was the
Fair.
entire motivation.
Yeah, he used to do the like rhino horn celebration. Like he would put his fingers like this
I
and he'd
gotta look
like
this up afterwards.
rub
Yeah,
his
I
feet
don't-
on the ground.
None
I
of
gotta look
that
this up
is real. That's
It is.
some
Does
alternate
anyone want to
dimension
take a shot
bullshit.
at any of his other nicknames?
No.
Rhino Man,
No, unfortunately, that is not one of them.
the horned rhinoceros.
That is not one
Henry
of them.
Hino. Instead of Hungry Hippo.
Okay, the other nicknames are Hank the Tank, the Polish Hammer, and the Polish Plow.
That
Those are the other
definitely
3.
sounds like a porn name.
Yeah,
We
little
move.
bit.
We move.
All right, so Kaleb, since you technically got the bonus on that, I'll give you the board here. All the
we'll-
lead blocker monikers are off the
Yep.
table.
We'll hit a familiar faces, strange places for 3.
For 300, who is that?
Oh my god.
I know who that is too.
I don't.
And it's never getting to be. That's
So I will. Do I lose points if I'm wrong? By the way,
No,
No,
I'm not taking
I'm
points.
a-
I'm not a monster.
I'm a rip a wrong name just to rip a wrong name. Is that Adam Prentice?
That is
I thought he
not
was gonna say
Adam Prentice.
Prentice.
No, this is Familiar Faces, Strange Places. Adam Prentice has played most of his career with the Saints, so I wouldn't
I
quite
ripped-
call that a strange
That was
place
that
for
was the
him.
only Saints fullback I could think of.
Fair. Geek, do you have it?
It's unfortunately a Packers legend. That is, or who is John Kuhn?
That is correct. That is John Kuhn,
was-
former Green Bay Packer.
I was
Like
so
I
ready
said,
to
we
steal
were
it.
going to have a Packers fan joining us,
Right.
but unfortunately, scheduling conflicts happened, so that question was aimed at him. Geek, the board is now yours.
Incredible. Can I get a score check?
Yeah,
I want to know where
check.
we're at.
Geeks in first.
Goodness,
I know.
all right.
I'm in second.
I'm going to take a second to add these up because I forgot to add them
That's
up.
why.
All right, so our score check as of right now, Geek is in first place with 1150 points. Kaleb is in second place with 700 points. And Valente, God love him, is in last place with 50 points. Geek, the board is yours. Where are we going from here, big fella?
Let's go. I'm so glad fullback monikers or lead blocker monikers are done.
Yes.
I'm so bad at nicknames.
Oh my god, that was.
Most of the nicknames I call players by are ones I created myself, just yelling at
Fair.
the TV.
Fair.
So we're gonna go. Let's go for MVFB 300.
All right. This fullback was named the MVP of Super Bowl 8.
Who is Larry Zonka?
That is correct. The man himself, half of
I'm-
not a nickname mentioned here, but one of my favorite tandem nicknames of all time. Him and the running back he blocked for, whose name is escaping me at the moment. They were known as Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
I also believe he won that Super Bowl MVP against the Minnesota Vikings.
I am 95% sure he did as well.
So tough.
Geek,
Tough.
the board is still yours. Where are we
Apparently,
going from here?
I'm enjoying the MVFBs. So let's go 400.
All right, 400. This Hall of Fame fullback won Rookie of the Year, Super Bowl MVP, and made one of the most iconic plays in NFL history all in one season.
Let this fall to me.
Ooh, it might. I'm gonna rip a name because it's the only. Ooh, I've got two that make sense in my head, but I'm just gonna rip one.
Okay.
Weird positioning, and I'm probably wrong. Are there repeat answers on the board at all? Like,
no.
not in the same rows, but just at all?
No.
Oh, then it's not. I don't know if it would have been that, but who is John Riggins?
That is incorrect.
Fuck.
Valente.
I ripped this earlier. It was wrong. Is it? Sorry. Who is Franco Harris?
That is correct. He won Super Bowl MVP the year he committed the Immaculate Reception, and he won Rookie of the Year that same year. Valente, with that, you officially have 450 points, and the board is yours.
Well,
Cannon ground on Kaleb here. This is important.
What's in fullback alma maters?
Fullback alma maters, you still have 3 through 500.
Give me 3.
300. All right. Jalston Fowler paved the way for a former Jaguar and an NFL Offensive Player of the Year at this school. The former Jaguar and the Offensive Player of the Year are two separate players.
Okay. School. Jalston Fowler. What is the University of Miami?
That is incorrect. Kaleb.
So I am going to run off the rule of this has to be recent because I recognize the name, feels like.
Okay.
So I'm going to just rule out all the schools who have been good enough to produce an Offensive Player of the Year.
That is correct. What is the University of Alabama? You got it backwards, but I'll still give you the points.
Yeah,
you were
give me my
correct
points.
there. Kaleb, the board is now yours.
So-
gaining on Geek a little bit here, now breaking the 1,000 barrier.
So what's left in paving the way?
Paving the way, you have 3 through 500 left.
Well, in that case, give me familiar faces, strange places. Before.
For
400.
400?
Yes.
400. All right. Who is
Oh,
this
God.
fullback? The guy in the front.
Actually, oh no, but he'd be iconic with there. And I think the guy I'm thinking of played linebacker.
Interesting. Okay.
Actually, you know what? I don't want to rip it just because rule of him. Who is Dan Campbell?
That is not Dan Campbell.
Also,
Dan
Dan
Campbell,
Campbell
tight
played
end.
tight end.
He was a tight end. Oh,
Yeah, because Dan Campbell is a offensive coach, even though because of how psychotic he is, everybody
Everyone,
thinks
yeah.
he's a defensive guy, but he most definitely is not.
All right, buddy. Quit stalling. Give me a name.
I definitely was stalling. That's pretty
Uh,
unfortunate. So this has to be like early 2010s just because of the uniforms.
mhm.
So I'm trying to think of fullbacks from around then that moved around a lot. I've got absolutely nothing. This guy looks like every generic fullback ever.
I will say he is still in the league and has played for 2 teams that the 4 of us are fans of. Actually,
Really?
3 teams that the 4 of us are fans of. I almost forgot for a moment.
So I do take it that he never played for Minnesota. Or did he?
Maybe he did.
I am so positive.
I feel
that-
very confident he was at one point a Saint.
Yeah,
I don't know who it is just because I looked at the number.
yeah. Valente, take this one. Take it.
That is Saints legend.
Well,
Hold on.
okay.
Let me advertise it.
Miller
Okay.
Y.
Okay.
That
okay,
is
okay.
that is Saints legend, Broncos legend, Chiefs legend. I think.
Oh,
Who
I do know who that is.
Who is Michael Burton?
That is correct. Also Bears legend. Fuck you for not including that.
I didn't know he played for the Bears. I'm gonna be honest.
I said
God,
3 of our teams.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm the third.
He was 20 in Denver, so I.
Yeah. But yeah, that was Michael Burton. Good
See,
pull,
I am
Valente.
100% right. He looks like every generic white fullback ever.
Oh, you're
Yes.
absolutely right. Yeah.
Ugh,
All right.
I need my guys with more swag, dude. Give me
All
some
right,
swag.
Valente, the board is yours.
What's left for familiar faces?
500.
500.
You want to go 500?
Let's go.
Who is this beautiful specimen?
Oh my god.
Mm.
I feel like I know this is the worst part.
Quick question. Which game was this? Was this Minneapolis Miracle or Cal Rudolph?
I can't say.
It might not even be a playoff game. Oh,
It definitely was. And the reason I know that is because they're wearing the NFL 100 patch.
oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that was 2020. No, 2019.
Oh, then it wasn't a playoff game. That was
Yeah, it was.
2019. That would have been Kamara's 6 touchdown game.
That was 2020. COVID year.
Was it? I don't remember anything.
That was COVID year. I have no idea who this guy is. I'm gonna be honest. Geek, do you?
All right, hold on. It goes
I
to
might.
Kaleb
Wow.
next.
I know. I'm just asking if Geek knows.
Wow.
I
So,
might.
Valente, are you passing?
I'm gonna pass.
You're just
Alright.
gonna assume I don't know this, Valente?
Yeah.
You're just gonna assume I don't
doesn't
It's a
know.
know it.
Vikings player, sir.
Right.
You're
know
gonna
it.
assume I'm not gonna be the dumbass who rips CJ Ham just to say a name because I can't lose points.
It is not CJ Ham, unfortunately.
I can't lose
Geek,
points.
I really
I-
hope you don't know who this is.
That's pretty messed up. Dude, what's worse is I kind of recognize his face, but I can't. I'm trying to come up with a name. I've got no names so far. Weirdly, the one that I know is so wrong that keeps popping into my head is is just Zach Line because he wore 48. Very much
it could be.
not-
It could be. Is that your answer?
no.
He's white.
But what if he was really tan?
Zach Line is white.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, what if he just got tan one year?
That is not Tan Miller. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I don't think I've got anything.
You don't have anything? You giving up?
I think I'm giving up, and I'm gonna be really offended when I know the name.
This is my glorious king, Kari Blasingame.
No, oh my
Oh my
god,
God.
yes it is.
Oh my god.
I
Oh my
forgot about that.
That was a preseason
Yep,
game.
Yes, it
not
was.
a regular season or playoff game. That was a preseason
That's why
game.
I fucking I forgot that Kari was there for like a whole 2 weeks.
I'm so
And it was
glad
just
you
because
forgot.
CJ Ham, I think, was hurt to start the year. So we were like, we'll bring in Kari. And then CJ was
UDF
ready by week 1. So he got cut. He never was
The
on a regular season
UDFA
roster.
tailback out of Vanderbilt, who would go on to pave the way for King Henry's 2,000-yard season.
Do the
So-
Vikings have the greatest fullback history of all time?
Settle down. Kaleb, the board is yours because no one got it right, and Valente picked the last category. If you need a recap on anything,
Yes,
I
would
can
lo-
happily.
So you said 3, 4, and 5 is open for paving the way.
For paving the way, yes.
So we'll hit paving the way for 3.
Alrighty. This fullback paved the way for 11 straight 1,000-yard rushers.
Has he been in the league that long enough where he could have done this? I'm thinking of a name, but I don't know if he's been in the league that long. I'm gonna rip the only name in my head,
Okay.
even though I think he's only been in the league like 9 years. Who is Kyle Juszczyk? Oh fuck! I just realized who it is though. Who
It is
Kyle
not Kyle
I just
Juszczyk,
realized who it is.
unfortunately. Geek, do you have an answer for us?
I don't know. I can think of a few guys who feel like they fit. I'm just trying to think of the old man fullbacks that are left. And the only one that is really coming to mind to me doesn't make sense. So I'm really trying to.
Okay.
Is it a current player? Why are we assuming
No,
it's
it
a
is
current
not
player?
a current player.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
been out of
That
the league
makes
for a little while now.
for a little while now.
I just ripped the only name who I could have thought of.
Who is Lorenzo Neal?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Lorenzo Neal blocking for the likes of Warwick Dunn, Mike Allstott, LaDainian Tomlinson, obviously, Corey Dillon.
Yeah.
One of the best. Somehow, this man is not in the Hall of Fame. despite that being one of the greatest achievements I think anything or any fullback has ever achieved. Geek, the board is yours after the Lorenzo Neal pull there.
All right. I don't remember where we are on the board here.
You've got Paving the Way, 4 and 500, and Alma Maters, 4 and 500, as well as MVFB for 500.
Let's go MVFB for 500. I've been rocking those.
Yeah.
All right. This fullback was awarded MVP of Super Bowl 17 after setting 3 Super Bowl records, compiling over 180 yards from scrimmage and scoring a single touchdown.
Finally, I tried it earlier. This is Who is John Riggins?
That is correct. The Diesel himself, Geek, with clearing almost MVFB. Valente sneaking in there for that 400 answer. So Geek, your score total is now into the 2000s.
2,000-yard rusher. I have Jerome Felton blocking for me. It's really not that hard.
All right,
was there one left in Familiar Faces, Strange Places?
No,
there wasn't.
Kari was the 500,
Okay.
and you guys whiffed on that beautifully.
I love that. Let's go fullback alma maters. If there's 4 and 5, we'll go 4.
All righty. Patrick Ricard played defensive tackle at this school before transitioning to fullback in Baltimore.
Who remembers where Patrick Ricard played? That's insane. Well,
I love
Miller,
Ricard.
you don't count. You don't know where anybody played college except for fullbacks.
I love Pat Ricard, dude.
I actually know where a lot of people played at college. Thank you.
I love Ricard.
Where did Ken Nwangwu go?
Give me 2 seconds and I'll have that answer for you.
Let me get this Pat Ricard answer real quick. No, dude, fuck.
Kenny Nwangwu went to Iowa State. Second best running back to come out of there that I can think of off the top of my head. David Montgomery.
Oh. But he played defensive tackle. That's wild. Why did he play? I know why he played DT, but
He's over 300 pounds, Geek. That's why he played DT.
Yeah. Well, for some reason in my head, I always thought he was an offensive tackle, not a defensive tackle.
No, he was a DT,
I knew he was.
surprisingly.
Yeah, but give me I don't know, the University of Maryland.
That is incorrect. All right, Valente, moving over to you.
I forgot.
Okay.
Nice.
So, Kaleb, I take it.
I know this one. I love Ricard. What is Maine?
That is correct. He went to the University of Maine as a defensive tackle.
That explains the look on Caleb's face when I said Maryland.
Yes, man.
When you said M.A., I got horrified.
I was gonna say, I really thought you ripped that out of your ass. I was a little scared too.
No.
I almost pulled it off.
You know.
All right, Kaleb, it is once again your turn.
I'm gonna take one of the 2 5s out. Give me Paving the Way for 5.
Ooh, okay. This fullback helped Arian Foster, Ray Rice, and Steve Slayton surpass 1,000 yards en route to 3 first-team All-Pro selections.
I feel like I know this, but I don't.
I see Geek struggling down there.
Who the fuck? Who was the fullback before Ricard?
There were 2.
There were 2. Who's the one before Ricard and then before that guy?
They played together.
Oh, fun. Okay, who
There
was
a
the
little overlap.
Who was the Texans 2011 fullback then?
That would probably be the answer to the question. Now,
It definitely is. Who is Troy Havingston? Is the only name popping in my head.
Who is Troy Havingston?
Yes.
I think he meant
I don't-
Harrison.
I was going to say, I don't know who Troy Havingston is.
Who is Troy Havingston? Whatever
That
his
is
name
incorrect.
It's the only Texans fullback I can think of.
Geek.
Who is Vonta Leach?
That is correct. What a pull.
Oh,
All right,
I was
Geek,
so
you've got-
offended when I heard that, and I couldn't remember right away. Like, wait.
All right, you've got Paving the Way for 400 and Fullback Alma Maters for 500.
Let's go Paving the Way for 400.
Alrighty. This fullback paved the way for the likes of Ricky Waters, Amon Green, Chris Warren, John L. Williams, and Sean Alexander, all with one team.
All with one team. Ooh. I'm not going to lie to you. My brain does not remember Sean Alexander playing anywhere else. But I also know that none of these guys played where I'm thinking of Sean Alexander. So we've got a problem.
I think I'm
Jinkies.
I think I know the
Jinkies.
team. I just don't know the full. I think I know the fullback on that team too.
You just don't know his name. John Williams is also the producer's not the right word, but the guy who makes all the music for the fucking Star Wars movies. So very confused. I got nothing though. Give me I should rip a name, but I'm just not gonna because I don't know.
Boring.
Well, the only thing I think I know is the team, and I don't want to help anybody out by saying that. So
Okay, Valente.
Nope, I have no idea, but I think I do know the team. And I'm going to help Kaleb out because I want Kaleb to win with Geek. I think the team is Sean Alexander played for more than one team, but I don't. The slim chance that it is this team, it's either the Seahawks or the Redskins. So I'm going to pass it to Kaleb, and I'm going to let you.
I
do what
know
you
it.
want with that.
I know it's the Seahawks.
It
That's
is
where
the
Amon Green-
Seahawks.
That's where Amon Green started his career.
I didn't know that.
It's whoever the fullback was. Sean Alexander's MVP year is the issue,
That is who it is.
and
Yes.
I know his. And the worst part is, I know his nickname.
You know his nickname.
I
That's
remember-
intriguing.
I love his nickname. I love his
I
nickname.
love that Miller's just like, dude doesn't have a
No,
nickname
I
though.
know
So
his
I don't know what
nickname.
you're
No,
talking
I
about.
know his first name is Mac.
Okay.
I can't think of the last name.
So what's the nickname you're
It's-
thinking of?
Mac Truck is what they call him.
Oh,
They
okay.
call him Mac Truck.
hmm
I'm trying to think of the last name. That's the thing that's fucking with me here. I'm gonna sell because I don't know the last name. I don't know the last name. And I hate it.
I want to help you because you're so
No,
close, but
you
it's so
don't.
unfair to the other two because I haven't helped
No,
anyone else.
It's Mac something. It's I don't even know if I want to throw the last name out there because if I get it right, it's gonna look really, really bad.
I gotta
don't.
throw a last name. You can't
Yeah.
just.
I don't. It's gonna
You
be
gotta give
something.
me.
I'm gonna just throw Smith out there. It's definitely not Smith. I know it starts with an S, too. I
The
just don't know
correct
it.
answer is Max Strong.
Oh,
Kaleb, I'm so sorry.
Dude, I remember. I love that nickname. That's the only reason I remembered he existed.
Yeah, I actually forgot about him going by Mac Truck. That's a good pull. So going into our final question, recap: Geek at 2750, Kaleb at 1400, and Valente at 850.
damn! I got a chance to break $3,000.
So who picked that last question? I believe it was
Geek.
I have no
Geek.
idea.
It doesn't matter. It's the
So-
last category.
Valente. You'll get the first
Oh,
stab
that's why it matters.
at fullback alma maters for 500, and this one comes with a twist. You've been naming colleges for 4 of these.
Ooh,
Now we're going to name a player. I don't know why I did that, but this Central Michigan University alum transitioned from edge to fullback after going undrafted in 2022.
Okay.
Who have you yapped about?
I'm just trying to remember because I know we talked about it on Run the North.
I think I know. Kaleb ripped this earlier. Is it? Is it?
Oh,
What? Who? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm naming the person, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Who is Troy Harrison?
That is correct. Valente from the top rope, pulling the 500 there, taking him into our final Jeopardy with a score of 1350, 50 points behind Kaleb.
Ooh,
So reminder, when we get to Final Jeopardy here, after you see the category, you will DM me on Twitter the amount of points that you want to wager.
Oh.
So our final
Hold
Jeopardy.
on. What are they at and what am I at?
So just to recap, Geek, you are at 2,750. Valente is at 1,350. And Kaleb is at 1,400.
Cool.
And the topic is a mutual interest.
Okay.
I can't say specifically what, but
Oh, we have to
you'll
wager
see.
before we see the question?
Yes.
Gotcha.
So our bets are in, and I will reveal them after I get my answers. But our question, this Kennesaw State alum shifted careers/sports after being released in August of 2020 by the Baltimore Ravens. All right, so our answers are in. And the correct answer is Bronson Rechsteiner, aka Braun Breaker. Now, to run down the list, Valente, you wagered, and I quote, all them MF and points, which is a total of 1,350. And your answer, of course, was Braun Breaker, which is correct, meaning that you will end up with 2,700 as your final point total. Now, unfortunately, Kaleb also answered Braun Breaker, and he wagered 1,400 points, meaning that he is now ahead of Valente with 2,800 points.
This is where I made a fucky wucky. Because I wanted to guarantee the tie if I fucked up. So,
And Geek did a fucky wucky because he can't gloat and hold over you all that he blew you out, because he
True.
also got it right with Braun Breaker, last name Rechsteiner or something.
yeah, I can
So-
remember the last name. I couldn't remember his first name, though.
And he wagered a grand total of 50 points. Meaning
Died, Caleb. Oh,
that we have a tie.
Nice.
Now,
that's so fucked,
because
dude.
of this, I'm going to have to cook up a last-second tiebreaker question.
Oh, God.
However, because Valente, I don't want you to feel left out. I want you to pick one of
Me?
our 5 categories, and I will come up with a question on the spot for one of these 5 categories.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
Which, just because I want to make this fun, which one did you guys like the most, and which one did you guys hate the most?
Apparently, I liked most valuable fullbacks the most because I had nearly queen
Don't
swept
pick
that bitch.
one.
Do
Don't
not pick
pick
that one.
one.
Yeah,
There's
actually,
I don't
that's
think
fair.
there's any more.
There's no more.
No,
Which
the
one did you
question would
like
just
the
be
most?
which fullback did we almost or should have won Super Bowl MVP last year? I wonder if we can get that one.
What about you, Caleb? Which one did you like
I
most?
loved Alamadas.
Yeah, well, guess what? I'm not picking either of those.
Yeah, I knew. I knew
Pick
that.
the
That's
fun one. Pick the fun one.
Pick the fun. I know the fun one.
The one I am picking is lead block monikers.
Let's go. All
Why are you
right.
picking the only one I'm bad at? That feels pretty fucked up.
So,
Bitches.
final question. You're going to answer the same way you did the last one. You're going to send me in your answer on Twitter. So, for lead blocker monikers, this former Seattle Seahawk and Philadelphia Eagle would fit right in a horror movie.
You know what's wild? Now, Miller and Aaron Rodgers have something in common. They've both hosted Jeopardy.
I'm better. I'm better.
I
They
can't.
call me Homelander because I'm better.
I was about to be like, calm down, Homelander.
I think that's it. I remember that fullback nickname.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we have another tie. The correct
We have a
answer,
tie.
of course,
Hold on.
is Leonard Weaver, also known as the Face Cleaver. Kaleb answered the Face Cleaver. Geek answered Leonard Weaver. I don't know, something about cleaving. LOL. So I'm going to call that a tie.
Why?
God.
I mean, I got
the
a real
nickname.
name and half a nickname.
Okay,
I feel
okay.
like
I
I
don't
feel
know
like I'm
something
being
about
screwed
cleaving.
again.
we have another tie. So we're going to do another lead blocker moniker as the second tiebreaker.
Okay.
Fuck.
So give me one moment.
Nice.
All right. So, Geek and Kaleb, once again, your answer you will DM to me on Twitter. So, the answer, because obviously this is Jeopardy, you get the answer before the question. The answer is this former Cardinal-in-Chief is a must-have at any 4th of July barbecue.
Why did my head just go to Jason Pierre-Paul? Bro, this isn't Google. No.
We got another tie.
All right. The answers are in, and the correct answer was Anthony Sherman, aka the Sausage or Sausage. Geek answered Anthony Sherman Sausage, which does seem like a porn search, and Kaleb answered Anthony Sherman the Sausage, meaning we have another tie. So
Still
now
shouldn't be tied, but that's okay.
we will be going to triple overtime because you two want to be here for longer and learn.
No,
more
I
about
already
fullback.
won. I got 85% of the answer right, and Miller wants to give me credit for only 50.
All right. Well,
Sounds like
we
a
will-
real teacher.
Really?
all right. Well, we'll be doing one more nickname here.
If we get it right, you just gonna go to a different category.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to change it up a bit. This running back and fullback tandem
Ooh.
could help fix a squeaky door.
Do I have to say the names of the players?
I need the names of the players and the nickname, ideally. Yes.
I mean, it's like the
We
end of
do
a-
have a winner. The correct answer for the players was Mike Allstott and Warwick Dunn. You two had that correct.
Nice.
However, the nickname for these two was WD-40. So our winner is the Geek Slays, the fullback
I didn't get
Jeopardy
screwed.
Good
champion.
job, Geek.
I just had
I
to
will
try
say,
extra
Kaleb,
hard.
I like the effort on your answer, the repairmen.
I was.
Ooh, that is pretty
That's a
good.
cold
I knew the
nickname.
nickname. I knew the nickname from the moment you said oily door.
So when he
I
said
just
that,
Creeping fullback.
I heard creaking door. That's.
I said squeaky.
Yeah, I know. I was.
Oily,
yeah.
don't know.
so when he said that, I was just thinking like a name that's like Grease and something, and it took me. Wait, I figured out who the two players were, and then I'm like, what the fuck is this nickname?
As soon as he said Bucks, I knew the players.
And
As soon
I
as he
just
said
had to
Bucks.
think because
The nickname
for whatever
was
reason, I don't remember Allstott wearing 40.
That is what
I
you
was
were.
very
I
confused.
remember. I remembered he would.
I knew we wore 40.
I probably-
I knew he wore
That's
something
what
in the
me.
40s, but my brain thought it was something else. I'm glad that wasn't in camera. That might have helped.
All right, so
Ugh.
Geek, as our winner, as I said at the start of the video, you will be brought back later on in the summer to compete for the Jeopardy Grand Championship in the summer of Jeopardy. Now, as our champion for this video, would you like to say anything about your fullback knowledge, what you've proved here today?
I don't
Your
know if I
victory
proved
speech, if you
anything.
will.
I don't have a victory speech. I don't know. I spent too much of this video thinking I was getting screwed over. Miller and Valente were working against me. That
I mean,
just-
I
That's
kind of
what-
figured you'd win anyways, so I was just
that's what
curious.
showed my fullback knowledge is
Hey,
there
you
was
said you
collusion.
beat Miller in fullback trivia. I had to help out the less fortunate here, okay?
But yeah, no, I see they tried to screw me after I screwed myself and typed the wrong numbers because I'm smart.
All right,
So-
so with that, starting with Valente, if you guys would like to plug anything, by all means, the floor is yours.
Well, I make Saints related content, as you may have heard from the beginning. I only know 2 fullbacks in the Saints. I make hype videos, behind enemy lines, usually with my guy Kaleb below me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You can find me on YouTube at Valente Talk Saints, Twitter at the Talk Saints. Yeah.
Kaleb?
I occasionally post on YouTube once every few months the Big K Called game. I stream somewhat often the Big K Called game. Wrestling podcast, Cub Stomp podcast. I think it's Cub Stomp Pod on YouTube. I'm a simple man.
Simple man of many talents. And of course, our champion, the Geek Slays. Where can we find you on other social platforms?
Geek Slays everywhere. Thegeekslays.com, because I have a website for some reason, because I'm a nerd.
This guy owns a website.
True. I do. Check out Run the North if you want to hear me and Miller yell about football weekly. It's a pretty good time. Yeah, that's about all I got.
All right. Well, thank you three for joining us. Valente, Kaleb, I am sorry that you are walking away big fat losers today.
Dude, I'm
you
pissed
didn't
off.
win. You lost.
No, I'm
you
pissed
weren't
off.
good enough to succeed.
I'm pissed off because I'm gonna watch one of these upcoming episodes and been like, they're going to the finals. And I went to
That's true.
Right, I'm gonna feel so weird.
Well, it happens. You got forced to do round one against Geek.
I got the person who's probably gonna win it all round one. And I had to and it took triple overtime. It said no, but it was triple overtime.
Oh,
All right. Well,
Let's be honest. Unless you have Uncle Steve, nobody's beating Geek. Right?
Uncle Steve?
It could happen. It could happen.
Somebody who was born in
Oh.
1973, you're not winning.
they probably know less ball.
Yeah.
Just because they were there doesn't
I
mean
have
they
an
know
Uncle
about it.
Steve, and I can almost guarantee Geek knows more about the NFL than he does. And he was born in the 1970s.
No,
My
I just
Mexican
can't wait for the
dad-
final to be like me, J-Pow, and No Huddle. That's just the final episode.
Yeah, and you guys have to name like long snappers.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be ridiculous. No, it's gonna be all sorts of positions. You're just gonna give us the most obscure names of all time. This man took one snap for the Chargers in
Y'all are
1947.
ready for who is Lawrence Vickers?
I might be ready for Lawrence. You don't know.
I mean, maybe. You'll have to watch to find out when we do get to the Grand Championship later on this summer. We're going to have 2 more of these leading into that championship, and then the 4th episode will be the grand finale, where we will crown the winner of the summer of Jeopardy. So to, again, our 3 participants here and everyone out there watching, I thank you all for being here, for watching, participating, whatever it is you did. Your time was well spent here on the Miller Football channel. If you're not subscribed already, you definitely should. Just hit that little button down there. Maybe hit the bell if you're feeling frisky. But, you'll get plenty of football, fullback content coming your way throughout the season, throughout the summer, throughout the course of the future and whatnot. But to everyone out there watching, and of course, the 3 gentlemen joining me here today, I hope you all enjoyed. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, evening, night, afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you enjoy it because you're all wonderful people and you truly do deserve it.
Had a chance on the throwback. This was an ill-advised throw. What an unbelievable catch by Cole Komet. And he cups it too. No movement when he hits the ground, tucked up against his shoulder. Wow. Using that